Okay, so welcome back to Dominions 4. I'm just trying to figure out what's happening right now. Took the day off, did some other stuff, and now I'm back with all of these unit reports, which is rather nice. Apparently Ullum has a really big army. I think I talked about that last time. Looks like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Troops are starving somewhere, people are starving, kids are crying, oh well. Let me see. Get these guys moving over here, I suppose. I recall pressing onto Ullum, but I think they had like a little too many troopers or something like that, and we were unable to fight them or something like that. So, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll get these guys to go on the flank and send them off over here as well, because I think this army is yeah, this army just stays as it is, and we'll just get a bannerman and some other good stuff with them. And we'll put this guy on the flank defense for now, I guess. I really can't remember what we were doing. Oh right, we had some of these guys around here, so I'll get them to reorganize and I'll send them to the front. But I think, yeah, now I remember, we were just mainly moving troops around, and I think I was doing something with the magical cast of researchers in the back. I was giving them these owl quill things for increasing research, and let's check on the research. So should be getting level 5 this turn or next turn. That'll give us a few more spells. Have the gateway spell, so that'll be actually really useful when we have that. We'll make moving armies really quickly. So with that said, I think I'm just going to end the turn off here. What I do need to do actually is I need to find my demigod, because I don't remember where he went, and just to do a quick check if he's dead, because I honestly don't know. Let's see, call god, yeah, he died somewhere, oh well. So we're going to call him back by siphoning off some of our research, because yeah, what you can do is essentially that if your god dies, you can call him back. It's going to take a little bit of time. With only 3 priests here, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I mean, it should be fine. Let's get these fire mages to actually equip some gems. And I think I'll get them to the front as well. I mean, we don't need our demigod here. I don't know if he comes back with his items or not, so that is one thing that we should take note of. And there's been a lot of talk about the roads system on the forums, and I kind of went over this briefly. I mean, roads obviously do increase movement speed, and they do add a little bit of administration value to whatever fortification. And what this administration value does is that it just makes it so that you essentially harvest more taxes and more resources over time. With that said, it's generally helpful to have high administration value, and roads allow you to let's see. They cannot be built in mountains, swamps, or wastes, although when built in forests, roads will enable troops to pass through it easily without forced survival. So what that should mean is that we come over here with Sick Pit. No. What I would assume it means is that we should be able to build a road with one of our commanders, but I would imagine that the roads being actually extra buildings, yeah, they should be under this extra buildings tab, so they are actually in addition to your fortresses, so you can only build them there. So that was just like a little thing that the community wanted to check out. Personally, I think those roads, I think they're fairly effective if you, I mean, like if you build a castle or whatnot inside a forest tile, and I guess it'll help you out inside this moving the army thing. But apart from that, because they do give us a slight benefit in terms of just the amount of... So, is this place... Oh, this place already has roads. I think it'd be actually rather helpful to build roads just kind of as is, simply because they are rather cheap. Actually, all of these improvements to the castle is rather cheap, but because it increases the out of all of these, they increase the administration the most, so it'll be actually a little helpful to build those. Over here, is it still a stalemate? Let's see, we fought one battle over here. So let's see, unexpected event occurred, some more wolves came up. Oh well, some stuff happened here. Apparently, some of our undead people have been pushed back. And, yeah, some other stuff happened, nothing major. Oh well. Get these guys to deal with this little column right here. And I really need to, first and foremost, group up these guys. But I need to figure out where those wolves attacked. Oh, they're over here. Okay, well we will get this guy to forge a no, not a forge a magical item. He'll cast a ritual spell, and he will. No, he can't revive Bane Lords. Okay, well never mind. Oh, this guy is the person who was crafting those magical items, so he'll go back to doing that. And for the wolves over here, you know what? I'll get one of these guys to summon another one of those Bane Lords to deal with those guys. So that should be fine. And these guys should be moving here, so then when they have a nice little stack of an army, they will move out and they will hopefully stomp out the nearby regions. And near this fortress, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get a lot of these priests, these thaumaturg people, to actually just restart reanimating things, simply because yeah, we don't need too many people sieging the fortress. I mean, with these undead people, chances are is that we probably won't even be able to siege the fortress, simply because these people are mindless, and I don't think they count for very much in terms of seizures. So, yeah. So they are lifeless. Yeah, that's that. They are mindless. They're unaffected by some spells, but I don't think they're very powerful in sieging things. So yeah, I think I'll just let that go as it is. And next turn, we should be able to fight that bigger army down there. Oh, and that's right, I equipped that those people reanimating the undead with that little gem thing, so they should have better chances in reanimating the dead. So that's good. Some more stuff happened. Let's see what else. Our troops are lacking in supplies over here. Well, that's fine, because now we are going to get these armies to move forward. So let's do a few quick changes to our lineup. Going to distribute some of these bannermen all around. These people actually have a ton of banners which they don't need, so I think I'll get them to drop some of their banners. I actually bought a book about the Roman legions a few days ago, which is rather neat. I bought it from Amazon.com actually, and it came to my house in under 2 days, which was rather nice, and I didn't actually have to pay shipping for it, which is also pretty good. So I think I have the line set up as it is, just kind of like that. And we do have some of these fire mages, and what I'm going to do with them is that I'm going to get them to cast this Falling Fires spell, which will hopefully, just kind of incinerate the battlefield as we go along here. So we're going to get them to cast that. And we're just going to do it 2 times, so then we can kind of let the AI pick out its own spells to cast, because I just kind of want to see what would happen with these fire mages. So we're just going to kind of do that, and that should set them up. So let's get this column here to start to move on one of these groups of Olam's infantry. Get them to move there. Actually, I think I'll get the main force to go to the castle. And I'll get the priests to follow them, and I'll get one column to deal with these troops over here. With these guys come over here. These guys come over here. Yeah, there we go. And that should be that. Should get the Bane Lords following up here as well. So we're going to grab them, and we're going to bring them up to the fortress over here. And we should also have another Bane Lord over here, and I'm actually going to just send him over here to fight the wolves by himself, and I just want to see what would happen, really. Most of these battles are under like, a few turns, so it should be fine. Let's see what has happened. The forces of Atlantis apparently are coming up onto the land, so that is great. Looks like we're doing quite well in fighting Olam. And let's actually see these two victory, or let's watch the battle on Atlantis first, seeing as how we're already here. So yeah, they've started to come on land with some of their troops. These are amphibious troops, and I'm pretty sure they don't work very well on land. It looks like their enemy commanders also has a few of these gem things. So let's see what they have. They have some of these Atlantean militiamen. They are amphibian troops. They can go on land. They are also starving, apparently. Decent attack, I mean, for what they're worth, but really rather low protection. Reef warriors, they have poisonous barbs on top of them. Amphibians again. Decent troops this time. What else do they have here? Some more militiamen and some of their heavier Mother Guard units, which are actually sacred units. So they can be blessed, and it looks like they have quite a lot of protection, actually. Our guy over here is actually an ethereal, no, he's not. Never mind, he's not an ethereal unit. But he is lasting a long time in combat, which is rather nice. Oh, that's why. He has a protection of 12 or 22, so only a few attacks should be able to go through him. Okay, well, fair enough. So it looks like they didn't bring, like, super heavy units, but I mean, there's still quite a little bit of stuff going on there. Let's see what we can do about Ulm, and then we can just kind of change priorities and go back up there and wage a water war against the Atlanteans, I suppose. What the hell is this? A fire elemental. Let's see. So this is a summoned up unit that we made. Has a flame strike attack that can. Oh, it's a melee attack. Okay, fair enough. Magical being, ethereal, not bad actually. And I think we summoned that using one of our gems here, so that's you know, that's all in good. And let's just see how our little attacks go. It's mainly going to be these black plate infantrymen that we're going to have to deal with. I think the rest of the stuff we can handle pretty easily. These black plate infantry, yeah, they're only armed with length 2 weapons, so they shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh, and there we go, our falling fires attack came through, so it's essentially an area of attack. Little flame thing here, and it'll passively burn the units too. Like, I kinda figured it'd be fairly effective on these heavy infantrymen, simply because it's a, you know, well, it's a flame attack on guys wearing heavy metal suits, right? Huh, there's like a tiny little flame thing, and then the rest are big ones. Okay, well that's good. Okay, well, one thing that I see that we need to do is that we need to, first and foremost, stop recruiting so many of these people. But from the looks of it, one thing that we need to do is that we need to start recruiting some gladiators and whatnot. But the main thing is that we need to split our linemen into smaller divisions, simply because from the looks of it, we have like way too many people on such a narrow front that it's actually causing us a few issues in leading these troops. So yeah, this should help out a little bit more. With that said, we need to come over here to the big armies and do something similar. So let's grab a whole stack of these guys and put them into a little bit of a smaller division. with that said, we can just kind of, let's see, double line formation, put them there. And this will do another double line formation, we'll put them there just like that, so now that should be fine. And now let's try to take on this a rather large blob of, or no, we don't necessarily have to. I'm just thinking, like, should we fight this blob of 300 people? We could in theory take them down. I think I'll send the undead over there. And we should be able to get some more of these Bane Lords. They should be able to come over here now. One of them has an affliction though, so that's yeah, that's not good. There's got to be something here that is causing afflictions to all of our troops, but we're going to find that later on. Let's see what we should do. Yeah, the undead people, they probably don't stand a really big chance of taking these guys down. Can we get some undead troops under there? Yeah, there we go. So with that said, I mean, we should be able to commence. I think I'll just maintain the siege for now. And the main thing is just concentrating over here. So we're calling back our demigod, and we have 80 units in reserve. So this Atlantean army has 209 people. What are we recruiting over here? Well, whatever we're recruiting, we can stop. And we can start building some of these gladiator troops, because all we need to do here is just make a really rather quick army. And these gladiators are alright, they're fairly cheap, decent combat stats, but the main thing that I'm interested in is the fact that we can recruit so many of them at once. So yeah, just grab a stack like that. It's going to cost us a lot of gold, but as you can see here, we've already accumulated quite a lot of little reserve, so that should be fine. And let's just get this little column of troops back into our main line here. Are we suffering supply damage? Yeah, we are. Okay, well in that case, can these people move 2 turns at once? No. Okay, well they're going to come down here. Then this sieging army can join in the fun over here. Yeah, something like that. Doesn't really matter. So that should be fine. Let's just see if a large battle comes up here. Nope, there we go, an 18-turn battle, so that might be it. Nothing in Branded Hills, nothing over here, or there was a large army inside Mag. And it looks like our armies were able to slip by each other once again. Although a smaller farce was fought inside this tile. So let's see, yeah, now our troops are a little more split, so that should be good, and that should be able to do some more damage to these guys. Okay, so that's kind of that battle. We were able to do quite a lot of damage there. And now, over here, we should be able to, yeah, we should be able to raise up a gladiator army of sorts, and then this gigantic mass of troops is going to come over here and hopefully fight these guys. These guys can press down here. They can actually come over here to fight those guys. And I have a feeling that's all we're going to be doing this turn. Yeah, we have a lot of troops here as well, so there's no hurry in taking that tile back. We're going to wait a little bit more and hopefully recruit more gladiator troops to just kind of help us out here in a in a battle against the Atlantic troops over here. I can probably raise up and yeah, the problem with those guys is that they are obviously amphibious, so trying to take them out. So in trying to take them out, it's going to be a little more difficult than what it usually would be, simply because we can't get a lot of our troops underwater. And let's see if a massive fight develops somewhere, because I'm tired of chasing this Ullum army around. I would much prefer it if they fought us. Looks like we fought some fairly long battles, so that's good. Let's see, forces of Sceleria, we apparently only had 2 people here. Was this the 200 stack army? No. Small force over here. Big force, that was our main army, so where have their forces gone? Their forces have split up over here. Okay, well that's fine. Our troops here can just continue plundering their lands, really, and we really need to do something about this. So we really need to force these guys back. So I guess we'll do something like that. Now get these guys to go back to the siege, and now we should have enough of these gladiators to kind of take back these places. So I'll get one army. First and foremost, to just kind of scout it out with a column of gladiators. He's just going to go there simply because it looks like it's free of military units for now, and he's just going to kind of waddle up to the defenders and see what's up. Research should be done, so we're going to focus back on evocation, and now we are able to move armies on the map really rather fast, so that's good. And we'll just end the turn. Right now I just really want to catch this big army of these Ullum troops, but they keep on running. Well, we fought one battle here, which is rather nice, so let's see what has happened. Yeah, we have a ton of units. What are we up against here? Just barely anything really, compared to our blob at least. It's a shame that most of our falling fires over here didn't hit them, because if it did, I would imagine that it would do quite a little bit of damage to their troops. Yeah, you can kind of see why that falling fires thing is useful if you cast it en masse, and assuming that it hits. Yeah, so those fire mages are pretty lethal. The main thing about them that I'm not liking so much right now is that they are spending way too many casts on doing the little what do you call it? The little summon elemental spell, but that should be fine. Let's get these guys moving over here. We have a little force there now. And over here, I guess we can combine the shamans over here, and then we can just move them over there like that. And we'll just stop recruiting these gladiators for now and recruit some regular troops, because we're starting to run out of regular troops. And here we actually get access to one of the other factions. There's little units over here, the Bergmeister Guard, which are like essentially little people. They're shorter than dwarves, is what I would imagine they are. Apparently these guys are like really rather hard to hit, and you can actually have more of them on one tile in a battle, I believe. So they're kind of useful like that. For now, though, we won't worry about them too much. They're fairly expensive too, so I mean, I really don't have a reason to recruit a lot of those guys. How many Atlanteans are there here? 50 of them. How many of our gladiators do we have? A decent amount. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, with one of the Oceanic factions, I mean, I don't believe their troops are particularly strong, but I mean, because they kind of have that sea thing going on, they can just kind of turtle inside the oceans for a little bit, right? I really dislike how like you don't have a setting to essentially put it so that the Thrones of Ascension are only on land. You know, just as a luxury type of thing. This is actually a really good battle. We managed to kill off 53, half of their army, and it looks like we barely suffered any losses. So we're going to check out that battle in a little bit. Just going to take a look at what other battles has happened. Did we lose this one? No, we won this one too. Actually demolished another Ullum army, so that's good. And some other battles happened. Looks like we fought. Yeah, this is the problem with gladiators. If a battle is fought, no matter what, the gladiators will leave. So it looks like we managed to conquer the Atlantis province without actually fighting anybody. But because of the how the gladiators work, they just simply are really useful for one battle, and then they just kind of run away. Okay, so that was a pretty good battle for us. With that said, we should be able to just kind of enter the rear of the people here now. So this army is going to continue moving forward, and the Undead Legion will also do the same thing. Should probably do something about this little Legion of Swordsmen. So we are going to be we should have a little army set up here. That we can bring out. Is our demigod back yet? No, he is not, unfortunately. So I guess we'll get some of these guys to cast the Call God thing again. Maybe it's time to actually transport some of our troops en masse to the front. So let's actually come over here and let's forge a magical item, a Crown of Command. So this will allow us to command some more troops than usual. And I think there's actually another item to do that. So what we're essentially going to do is that we are going to equip our commander with, or one of our astral mages with one of these, or rather as many of these command items as possible, because you do need some command items to lead large amounts of infantry and whatnot. And then we're effectively just going to get one of these guys to cast a ritual spell, which will let's actually see this. So we go cast spells, Thaumaturge, go into this category, and then we need to essentially find a person who can cast Gateway, which will essentially get our troops to another laboratory really rather easily. And it needs somebody with a high astral skill, and we actually don't have anybody with a high astral skill there. I think we had a level. I think we had somebody that's fairly high up on the battlefield here, which was a level 3. Yeah, the level 3 here, Kukus with level 3, although he's on the battlefield right now, so that's not very good. He's going to need a fortress to cast that spell. With that said, I think I'll get our armies here just to kind of patrol the local lands and eliminate whatever's there, and I think I'll just continue maintaining the sieges and really moving forward from there. That said, I kind of want to figure out if we have any particular spells that'll help us take down these walls a little bit faster. Pillar of Fire, no, that's not going to do anything. You can actually summon up a second sun if you have enough fire gems and whatnot. Yeah, the problem with our faction is that we don't have anything that can really speed up the sieges, although I do know of an item that'll help us out, but it doesn't look like we have Doesn't look like we have access to it. It's this little horn thing that'll essentially count as 25 extra defenders or attackers inside a siege, yeah, but it doesn't look like we have it, so oh well. These two armies are just kind of moving around, and I guess I'll just let it go. Some more battles. Anything interesting though? Looks like our undead force managed to kill off a little bit of what was inside one of those tiles at the cost of quite a lot of quite a lot of our guys. And the Nantians have showed up. Okay, well that's good. And our god is back, although he does have quite a lot of battle runes, and we are going to need to heal those things up. So we'll get that done later on, and it looks like we can equip him with a few magical items for now. What else? He does have, yeah, his magical stats are lowered, but it's fine. I think I'll just actually leave it off here, and then I'll just kind of mop up the continent for now, and then later on, when we come back, we should be able to essentially just wrap up things with Ullum, and then focus on either taking the Thrones of Ascension or handling Atlantis over here. So I'll see you guys then. Be sure to like and subscribe as always for now. Bye bye.